Why does anybody come to Modern Shop and decide to start a city? Any ideas?
Olive oil.
Sorry?
Olive oil.
Olive oil? No, not okay. The reason, no, not quite. You see, these are all good ideas, which you would generally think would be true about a city in antiquity, but this city is not actually started next to a source of water. It's not standing, it's not started because of olive trees. It is started here for geopolitical reasons.
It's a really nice island.
So it's pretty new, about 8 years. Pretty new, right?
Nice hole.
It says Buffy. Who's Buffy?
Buffy's the name of the cave.
Oh.
Sure, cave. What do you mean?
I don't know. I haven't listened to
Most
the cave.
caves have names.
Buffy the Cave.
Buffy the cave.
Man, I want to fill my butt.
Another floor? Is that where we were?
Stone, right? We build with stone. Why? Because that is a natural resource we have around us. We don't have wood, we don't have ice. That's we build with stone. Okay? So, this is ground level, okay? You first hit a very thin, but very, very hard layer of rock called nari. The nari is very, very hard, but as I said, very thin. Underneath this thin layer of nari is a very deep layer of a soft, chalky material. We call it in Hebrew, you ready for this? Kirton. Want to try that one? Kirton. So those R's, guys. So we're going to have to work on those R's. Okay, kirton. The kirton is very, very soft. So what do? They puncture a hole, okay, a small hole, like a vertical shaft going through the hard rock, through the nari, okay? And then once they hit the soft, chalky material, only then do they start expanding, right? And they're bringing up bricks from down here to build their homes up above. Now, once they're done building these homes up above, what do they have left here underground?
Cave.
A hole or a cave.
hole, yeah.
Or what do you call a cave under your house?
Basement.
A basement. And that, guys, is exactly what you're seeing here. If you look above you, what you're seeing there is the vertical shaft, okay? It's closed up now, but that is the vertical shaft going through the hard rock, through the nari. Where we came from is yet another one, okay? Just a narrow hole going through the hard rock. Everything you see around you, this is the soft, chalky material, okay? This is the kirton. And if you look here, you'll see chisel marks, right? These are the original chisel marks from the quarrying out of this cave approximately 2,500 years ago. Every mark here, guys, you can even tell if the person quarrying was a lefty or a right, right? Depending on which way the chisel marks are going and in what hand he's holding the hammer. 2,100 years, at least 2,100 years ago, between 25 and 21. Okay. The second thing you can see on the walls, guys, is you can see horizontal lines, right? You see that? They're a little hard to make out in some places. What are those lines? That is the size of brick, right? I'm reminding you, these caves started as quarries. In other words, they were bringing out building bricks from down here. But once they were done building the caves, once they were done building the homes, they came back down into the caves, and what did they notice? What's the first thing you notice when you come in here? It's cool. Guys, it gets up to 100 degrees out there in the summer. And down here, it stays exactly the same temperature, year-round. And when it's 40 degrees outside, it's still the same temperature.
About smaller things, like jewelry, for example, or this they took with them.
You do find jewelry. They probably took it with them, however, during toga pins, coins.
Oh, yeah.
Like small places like that.
Yeah.
We found it just Friday, I think I was here.
Womanizer about the fellow who lost an eye in espionage raid in Syria war, and he was going around with a patch. It's like you have strong wine with a patch, riding the horse. That was Moshe Dayan.
This is for people who couldn't. Yeah, you walk with them.
Nothing. You got another bucket we can try again.
there may be another reason. I remind you, Jews had to come to Israel to sacrifice pigeons at the temple. Right? And rather than schlepping them, rather than bringing them with you, from wherever you were coming from, you could buy them here, only about a day's walk from Jerusalem. Right?
Okay.
Probably not buy them in the city where it's more expensive, but you could buy them here on the way, and then you wouldn't have to carry.
So it's safe to say this place is for the birds.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to live in here. With the smelling?
Ooh, yeah, that'd be pretty bad.
I bet there was an aroma in here, a mix of aromas.
It will put their prisoners in the pigeon.
Some engineer put this level staircase. Drilling, such.
But I see some roofers over there.
You just came from where? From Jerusalem or from Tel Aviv? Tel Aviv. And you are on your way to?
Haifa.
Are you going to visit Haifa? Okay, good, because I'm originally from Haifa. So every group that goes to Haifa, I feel wonderful city. I want you to you can. It's a wonderful city. Okay, but now we are in Neot Kdumim. How is your Hebrew so far? Excellent. In the middle of nowhere, Kdumim that happened in the past, from the word Kodem, so means going forward into the future. So in Hebrew, Kodem and Kadima are very close to each other. So Neot Kdumim is a nature reserve, a nice place, that here we want.
There's a Roman arch, Second Temple period. There's Tel Aviv. There's how the barren overgrazing and cutting down things. Israeli armies shooting in the background.
And it's very difficult to do it, and if you're a good farmer, you won't do it only once, but you will do it for the second, third, and fourth time, so the soil will be good to get the seeds. And you can see, as Ziv is now demonstrating to us, the ancient plow machine would look something like this, from wood, from iron. The farmer would stand in one side, the bull, do you remember the bull who turned the wheel in the olive press? He works the whole year around, every time for different purpose. And this is what they would do in the field. And you know what? It reminds us, when it says in the Bible, in the Genesis, that you will eat bread by the sweat of your brow. You shall eat bread, and you do it in the heat. You can really understand what is written there. After it rains, the wheat starts to grow. Of course, this is just the beginning. The wheat will be ready. The barley will be ready around Passover. The threshing sledge, morag in Hebrew. The threshing sledge is a big wooden board with knives or sharp stones underneath it. You put it on the wheat. The same bull would be tied and go in circles until he will crush it and chop it. And sometimes the children will sit over here so that the weight will be bigger, and then everything will be chopped. The next phase is to take the winnowing fork that looks like this, and to start let it go with the wind. Now it's wet, so it won't work, but all the light things, all the light materials need to fly, and the seeds that are heavier, will fall into our spit. But still it's not enough, you need to filter it, so you have the filter over here. So you really work a lot in the sun until you get the seeds. And then it's not ready yet. You can eat it, but it's not bread yet. Then you need to grain it over there until you have the flour. And then every morning the good housewife would wake up at 5 a.m. in the morning to turn it into flour and to make new bread out of it.
They don't make women like